If you're thinking about quitting your job or dropping out of school to day trade, then listen up. 5 years ago, I decided that I would never work a normal job ever again. I would never have a boss telling me what to do. So what I did instead was I DoorDashed 10 hours a day in a brand new city, Charleston, South Carolina, that I had never even visited before. I packed up all of my shit, went on a road trip with my buddy who decided to take a leap of faith with me. I said, fuck college. I am figuring this out by myself. I didn't care how long it took. I was going to make trading work. Once I arrived, I barely had any money coming in. I had maybe like 5 to 10K saved from crypto over the past few months. I refused to get a job once I moved down there. So instead I DoorDashed. Yeah, that's right. I DoorDashed every single day. Probably one of the most embarrassing jobs if you guys have ever been DoorDash drivers. It's pretty shitty, not gonna lie, but I was like, you know what? This is better. At least I can do it on my own time and not have anyone breathing down my neck like I would if I worked at a restaurant, which probably is a bad idea. Like, you'd probably make more money working at a restaurant. But that was my mindset, okay? Fast forward around a year later, and I went full-time trading the crypto markets. Now I full-time trade crypto. I work on a software, and I also day trade NASDAQ every single morning. Now, there are a lot of people online that will tell you, follow your dreams, follow your passion, go all in on something. And while I agree to that to some extent, don't quit your job to trade. It's not going to end well for 99.9% of you. And the reason for this is that 99.9% of you simply don't have what it takes. I'm not saying you can never become profitable. I'm not saying that trading will never work for you. But when you're living in a state of need, right? When you need to make money, you need to win a trade to survive, you're going to be in a really bad mental space. Because if you lose a trade, which everyone does, even following your rules, you're going to beat yourself up bad because you need that money to survive. Okay, what I did on top of DoorDashing was I also had different streams of income. I also did organic Facebook Marketplace drop shipping. Okay, so I didn't make a crazy amount of money, but I had money coming in every day. I could afford to lose a trade, right? And now I'm at a level where I don't care if I win or I lose a trade. All I do is I follow my system, right? Because I know that if I lose a trade, I have money coming in other sources. That's another reason why I have a trading group. So many people out there, myself included, own trading groups nowadays, like own paid discords. And most people look at that and say, oh, this person isn't skilled in his craft. If he were skilled in his craft, why would he have to sell information on it? Why would he be sharing his trades if he was really making that much money? And the answer simply is to have a different income source. You see, because I have different income sources with my community, with my software, with other different investments that I have, with real estate, I am now a much better trader than I was before, because there's not as much pressure, there's not as much stress on me to win a trade. Okay, this notion that you should quit your job, you should drop out of school to go all in trading, that is probably the worst advice that I've ever heard. And I've heard a lot of shit advice, but if you're listening to guys like that, they're probably selling you a high ticket program, trying to charge you, 2, 3K to learn from them. Anyone with a brain would tell you that that's not the way to operate. Okay, get a job, start having money coming in. Okay, you need money coming in. Like I said, you probably shouldn't pick DoorDash or a delivery driver, but work at a restaurant. If you're a big guy, maybe work at a gym. I got buddies that are personal trainers at gyms, for 12 hours a day. They're doing decent, right? They're doing all right. So there's a lot of ways to make money, especially in 2026, especially with the age of the internet and AI and that sort of thing. Can you make money right off the bat trading? Of course you can, right? You see people do it every day with funded accounts, but you never want to rely on trading profit to pay your bills. You never want to be in that position ever, even once you're a profitable trader. I am a profitable trader. I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars. I've posted all of my statements. I've posted all of my trades for the past 4 years in a row. You guys can follow all of my trades if you guys are curious down in the description below. Slight plug, okay? Gotta do a slight plug. But I don't need that to survive, nor would I want to. So if I could give advice to anyone out there who is watching this video, again, I'm not here to bullshit you guys. I'm here to tell you the truth for 99% of you. And that's that you're not going to reach your trading goals when you're living out of a state of necessity. You guys have probably heard of law of attraction and law of detachment and all that sort of stuff. I don't know how much of that I believe, honestly, but there definitely is something to it. When you don't really want or need something, it tends to come to you easier, right? A lot of you guys are forcing trades every day, wondering why you're unprofitable. You're not following your rules. You're over trading. You're revenge trading. Right? All the mistakes you're making, even in real time when you enter the trade. You consciously know, I'm not supposed to be doing this, but you do it anyway. Why? Because you are fixated on that P&L. You are fixated on that profit and loss, right? You have a bad day if you don't make money, right? And what that's ultimately going to lead to is more revenge trading, right? Beating yourself up when you lose a trade, which is absolutely not what you should be doing, right? You should only beat yourself up if you didn't follow your system. Losing trades are part of it, but have some sort of money coming in. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It doesn't have to be 10K a month. It could be a few grand a month, right? If you're 18 or above in the United States, you're an able-bodied man, you can make a few grand a month. You can save a few grand a month. I don't care what profession you're in, right? If you're working at a restaurant, take some extra hours, right? Do Uber Eats on the side. Whatever you have to do, and then dedicate an hour or two per day if you're a day trader, to trade the NASDAQ in the morning, right? Have some time in the morning to trade, right? Set your schedule around the trading. That's obviously the priority for you, and that should be the priority. So set that as a foundation of your schedule, but still have money coming in from different sources. And then once you reach a point of consistent profitability, now if you wanted to, you can trade full-time, right? You can be a full-time funded trader, a full-time live trader. If you want to have that option though. And that's why you see every professional trader, or most professional traders, at least on social media, selling something, right? Selling some sort of software or tools or whatever it may be. It is pretty mentally taxing entering trades in front of other people. If I lose a trade and I don't follow my system for some reason, not only do I feel like a shitbag, now I've lost 100 other people money in the process. So by me not solely relying on that income to pay my bills to support myself, I'm actually a better trader, right? Nowadays, I let trades come to me. I don't feel any pressure. And we're hitting a 60, 70% win rate inside the group, right? Letting trades come to us, waiting for those A+ setups. No pressure, no stress. And the end result of that is that everyone's making more money. Well, guys, that's probably gonna wrap up this video. Why is this camera not focusing? Check out this view. Hold on. There we go. We got beautiful sunset in the back right there. Again, guys, just be very careful of the information that you guys are feeding yourself and the people that you're listening to, the people that you're looking up to. It's very easy to get bullshitted in this space. It's very easy to follow the wrong people. Moral of this video is have some money coming in. Don't rely on trading. Most of you are not going to make it, and that's just a fact. Like, that's not me making that up. That's just like general probabilities, right? But also, a majority of people are fat and lazy, right? And it's pretty fucking easy to stay in decent shape, right? So just because the majority of people can't do it doesn't mean that you can't do it. Everyone has the ability. It's just whether they're actually going to follow through, whether they have the right information, whether they're disciplined people, whether they give up too soon or not. That's my advice to all you guys watching this. If you guys found value, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe to this channel. I just created this channel last week. Going to be doing a bunch of cool stuff on here, so make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. First link in the description below if you guys want to learn from myself directly, and I'll see you guys next video.